Hiya, it's me again. I thought I'd do another quick recipe video. Hopefully this one will work out a little bit easier because I had a nightmare trying to string it all together last time, but I'll give it another go. So this time I'm going to do a quick carbonara. Again, it's a really nice, quick and easy recipe that I like to do. It's just me in the house by myself tonight, so this is something that I can do a big portion of, or just something for me. So obviously I need the spaghetti, I'm going to need an egg and quark, and I use a bit of parmesan, although you don't have to for the sauce, and mushrooms and bacon. And then I'm also just, it's going to take a little bit longer today because I'm going to roast some vegetables to go with it, because I'm trying to get my third speed food in, even if I'm having something like spaghetti, whereas normally I'll just have a big huge bowl of it and not get my speed food in. Okay, so I've chopped up the vegetables. I've just got bits that I'd got lurking in the fridge that needed using up. So I've got a tiny bit of onion there, I've got some aubergine and some yellow pepper. I've also sliced the tomatoes in half. I'm going to add those a little bit after because they normally cook quite quickly, and I've already sliced up the mushrooms, but I'm going to put that in with the bacon and actually go in with the spaghetti. So I'm just going to use some fry light on there. I'm just using sunflower oil one this time. As you can see, you don't need to be careful with it, put as much as you need in. And I've just got the oven heating up, so I'm going to put that on 200, and I'll probably put them in for about 5 minutes, and then add the tomatoes on that. And while that's doing, I'm just going to get the water on the boil for the spaghetti. Okay, so another thing to mention, I buy bacon medallions, and it's very easy to think, well, bacon medallions, they're okay, you don't need to cut the fat off because there isn't any on them. But I don't actually like touching this, but when you look at that, there is actually still quite a little bit of fat on there. So I'm not going to do it now. I'm going to wash my hands first and put my phone down and do that off camera, but all of that white fat needs to come off for it to be free. If I'm leaving that on, that is going to be adding sins. Don't ask me how many, but if you cut it off and weighed it, you'd be able to work it out that way, but it would have a sin value, so that will be removed first. I'm going to chop that into small pieces. Okay, so the vegetables are partly cooked. I'm just going to add the tomatoes on now. Give it just a bit of extra fry light for good luck. And I've got the water starting to come up to the boil, and the bacon, as you can see, has got all the fat cut off, although I just noticed a bit there, so I'll cut that off again. I know the pan looks yucky. It is meant to be brown, but the fry light's destroyed it, so it is okay, but that's ready to go. So I'm going to start cooking that and then add the mushrooms into that and get the pasta on. Okay, so you can see that's starting to cook away. There's quite a lot of water coming out of it, and I did put a tiny bit of fry light in, but you don't really actually need that. And while that's been doing, I've just got the yolk from the egg, so could obviously save the egg white and make something with that. And I'm going to put some quark in there. Now, I don't actually measure what I'm doing, sorry you can't really see that. I'm going to just do it by eye. So I've put 4 teaspoons in there, and I'm just going to give it a bit of a mix round to blend it all up. I'll just actually put another spoon, a little bit extra quark in that. Mix it again. I was going to use fresh parmesan, but I'm being a bit lazy, so I've just got a jarred one, so it made it easier to get my tablespoon, and I'm putting a tablespoon in there, which is 1 sim. And again, just give it a bit of a mix around there. Okay, so that's ready, and the bacon is all sticking there. Ooh. It looks very different through the camera than it does actually in the pan, but there we go. I am going to put a little bit of fry light in, and I'm going to add in, I'm probably going to drop them everywhere, but I'm going to add mushrooms in. There we go. One, just the one. Okay. So just add that in now. And cook those down a bit, just while the pasta's cooking. Okay, so the mushrooms and the bacon are cooked, the vegetables have just come out of the oven, and the pasta I'm about to drain off. I'm going to, when I drain it, I'm just going to hold on to a tiny little bit of the water just in case I need it. Okay, so I've got a cameraman just for a second. I've got the pasta drained off here. I'm just going to pop the mushrooms and the bacon into there, give it a little bit of a mix up, and then I've taken this off the heat. This here is the mixture that we did a minute ago of the quark, the egg, the parmesan. So I'm going to pop that in and give it mix. So there is still the residual heat from the pan. I'm not doing a very good job of getting that out. Pop that in. And it's a little bit dry, so I have got a little bit of water here just from the pasta, so I'm just popping that in to make it a little bit looser and to make it into a bit of a sauce. Don't know whether you can see in there. There we go. Okay, and that is it now on the plate. As you can see, there's still quite a bit of pasta there, but normally, being honest, I would have the whole bowl just absolutely full of pasta. I've put a bit of black pepper on, and then I've put a little bit extra parmesan. Hello again. So dinner has been eaten. I just thought I'd mention a couple of things that I didn't while I was actually doing it. Normally, as I said, I don't do the extra veg, I'll just have a big bowl of pasta with it. So I think I was concentrating a bit trying to do two things at once. But in total it took me about 25 minutes. That was heating the oven up because I hadn't got that much veg roasting. It didn't take very long. I put it on for about just over 5 minutes initially without the tomatoes, then added those in, got the water boiling for the pasta, and the pasta, once that was the water was boiling and the pasta went in, that takes about 9 minutes then. So if you were just doing the carbonara, it's literally sort of just over 10 minutes, so really quick and easy meal to make. Obviously the roast veg took a little bit longer, but I could have just done some microwave frozen veg or something like that to speed it up as well, but I just fancied something a little bit different. The parmesan is 1 sin per level tablespoon, grated. I normally use fresh, but I just thought, oh, it saves a little bit of time, so I went for the one in a tub. As I say, 1 sin per tablespoon, and I used a tablespoon and a teaspoon, so I'm counting a sin and a half for that in total. Not sure if this one helped at all, but thanks for watching. Bye.